Once upon a time, in the beautiful land of Cameroon, there lived a young woman named Della. She was as graceful as the wind and as beautiful as the stars in the sky. Della was engaged to marry a kind man named Bob, who loved her dearly. But one day, as Della was walking through the village, she met a strange man. He was unkempt, with wild hair and eyes that sparkled with madness. People called him the madman of the forest. Despite his appearance, there was something captivating about him, and Della found herself drawn to him. As the days passed, Della found herself spending more and more time with the madman. They would talk for hours, and she felt a strange connection with him that she couldn't explain. But deep down, she knew it was wrong to be with him, especially when she was engaged to Bob. One night, under the light of the full moon, Della and the madman shared a secret kiss. And from that moment on, everything changed. Della discovered that she was pregnant for the madman's child. Fear and confusion gripped Della's heart. She did not know what to do or who to turn to. She couldn't bear to tell Bob the truth, knowing it would break his heart, and she couldn't bring herself to abandon the child growing inside her, no matter who the father was. But little did Della know her pregnancy was no ordinary one. It was the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy, foretold by the village elders long ago. The child she carried held the key to unlocking great power and bringing balance to the world. However, not everyone was pleased with this prophecy. Bob, consumed by jealousy and rage, vowed to destroy the child and anyone who stood in his way. He sought the help of powerful native doctors and invoked the wrath of ancient goddesses to aid him in his quest for vengeance. But as Bob's forces closed in on Della and the unborn child, they were met with a force they could not comprehend, a force that protected the child and shielded Della from harm, no matter how hard they tried to destroy her. As the days passed, Della's pregnancy progressed, and the village buzzed with rumors and whispers about the extraordinary child she carried. Some hailed the child as a savior, while others feared the power it might wield. Della, burdened by the weight of her secret and the uncertainty of what the future held, sought solace in the quiet corners of the forest, where she would often meet the madman. Despite his madness, he offered her a sense of comfort and understanding that she couldn't find anywhere else. Meanwhile, Bob's obsession with destroying the child grew stronger with each passing day. He would stop at nothing to rid himself of the perceived betrayal and reclaim what he believed was rightfully his. But Bob's effort grew more desperate. The protective forces surrounding Della and the child strengthened. Mysterious occurrences would thwart Bob's plans at every turn, leaving him frustrated and enraged. As the tension in the village reached a boiling point, Della found herself faced with a choice. She could continue to hide in the shadows, allowing fear and uncertainty to rule her life, or she could embrace the destiny that awaited her and the child, no matter how daunting it seemed. With newfound courage and determination, Della made a decision that would change the course of her fate forever. She would stand up to those who sought to harm her and her child, and she would embrace the power within her to protect what she held most dear. And so, with the support of unexpected allies and the strength of her own spirit, Della embarked on a journey of self-discovery and redemption. As Della embraced her destiny, she found herself delving deeper into the mysteries surrounding her pregnancy and the child she carried. With the guidance of wise elders and the support of her newfound allies, she began to understand the true significance of her journey. Together, they uncovered ancient prophecies that spoke of a child born of both worlds, destined to bring harmony to the land and unite the people in peace. Della realized that her child was not just her own, but a beacon of hope for the entire village and beyond. But as Della's resolve strengthened, so too did the forces aligned against her. Bob, consumed by jealousy and blinded by his own desire, gathered an army of followers willing to do his bidding. He would stop at nothing to claim what he believed was rightfully his, even if it meant destroying everything in his path. As tensions reached a fever pitch, Della knew that the time had come to confront Bob and his followers head on. With the support of her allies and the power of her love for her child, she stood firm in the face of danger, ready to defend what was hers. But as the final showdown seemed inevitable, a miraculous event occurred. Della went into labor, and amid the chaos and uncertainty, she brought forth new life into the world. As the cries of the newborn child echoed through the village, a sense of peace washed over the land. In that moment, all animosity and division melted away, replaced by a profound sense of unity and hope for the future. With her newborn child nestled in her arms, Della felt a sense of overwhelming joy and gratitude wash over her. Despite the trials and tribulations she had endured, she now held in her arms a precious gift, a symbol of hope for the future. As the village rejoiced in the birth of the child, Della's heart swelled with love and pride. She named her daughter Amma, which means peace, for she hoped that she would bring peace, not only to their village but to the world beyond. But even as Della celebrated the arrival of her daughter, she knew that their journey was far from over. The forces that had threatened them still lurked in the shadows, and the prophecies foretold of challenges yet to come. With determination and courage, Della vowed to protect her daughter at all costs, to nurture her and guide her on the path laid out by destiny. And as she looked into Amma's innocent eyes, she knew that together they would overcome whatever trials lay ahead. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, Della watched with pride as Amma grew stronger and more curious about the world around her. She marveled at her daughter's resilience and spirit, seeing in her the potential to fulfill the ancient prophecies that had brought them together. But as Amma's powers began to manifest, so too did the dangers that threatened to tear them apart. Dark forces, jealous of Amma's potential, sought to capture her and bend her to their will. In the face of these threats, Della knew that she could no longer hide in the safety of the village. The time had come to embrace their destiny fully, to confront the darkness head on, and ensure that Amma's light would shine brightly for all to see. And so, hand in hand with her daughter, Della embarked on a new chapter of their journey, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead with courage, strength, and love. For they knew that as long as they stood together, nothing could break the bond that united them, a bond forged in the fires of destiny and bound by the threads of love.